Good salutations, friendos. This is Laz. Welcome back to the Fright Club, your one-stop shop for all things horror. And if you're digging the channel, you like what you're seeing, hit like. And of course, if you want to never miss an episode, click subscribe. Because trust me when I say, well, not trust me, you should. It's free. Like, the subscription is free. It's not like suddenly money's gonna start coming out of your account. And by, if you want to make sure you never miss a channel, never miss an episode, hit the bell icon near the subscription so you again, you never miss an episode. Now, with all that out of the way, I am here once again with another treasure from Tubi, and that treasure is the Last Amityville Movie. Now I know, granted, reading that it feels like when you first saw the box art for Friday 13th Part 4, the final chapter, and you're thinking, can we sue? Because there's no way this is the last one. The part where I say is, no, you can't sue. But, and will this be the last one? Actually, no. No, there'll still be, like, matter of fact, I know there are more Annabelle movies out there that came out after this movie. But, what it started out as is, there's a YouTube channel called Movie Timelines. And it's made by, it's controlled, whatever you want to say, by a gentleman named Josh Spiegel. And so, after, I think it was the second or third time, he did an episode on his channel that was the timeline of the Annabelle movies. He must have gotten an idea in his head, like, hey, I don't want to do this. No, hey, I want to make sure I write the last one. At least that's what it feels like to me anyway. And he did. He wrote, he produced, he stars in it, he directed it. The man has his hands all over this thing. Which you can tell because the humor in this, if you're a fan of this dude's channel, you'll notice it. Like, it's his humor. And it works. Like, it lands pretty well. But what lands even harder, at least for me, is the terror, like the horror of it all, the scares. It's when it goes and when it swings and when he hits really well. Yes, a lot of the scares are bad CGI, but there's quite a few that work. Like, there's one where a person who it's not basically does this, like coming out of a doorway, and I'm like, ooh, that's creepy. And there's quite a few things like that. Like, there's quite a few scenes where the creepiness level is up. And this man, he did the impossible. Because, this movie is found footage, for lack of a better term. I don't like found footage movies. I don't. This one, not only did I get through it, I really enjoyed it. Like, the basic plot is his wife and his daughter are visiting her father, I think, who's not feeling well. And before our hero can leave, the government comes down and puts everything in lockdown. Now, while that's happening, and our guy is creating new episodes for his channel and talking to a bunch of patrons via Zoom, what have you, he gets something in the mail. You get something in the mail with a Amityville return address. And once that happens, everything just amps up. And it works really well, as I said before. In my opinion, it works really well. Our guy figures out a way to stop it, which he does, and yay! But all in all, this is a tremendous movie. It's fun. It's creepy. Like again, I don't have a jump factor. Like nothing really makes me jump. This movie got me a few times. Mainly because the scares aren't coming out of where they should be, if I better term. There's a few things that they're like, hey, all right. So I'll say right now, Mr. Spiegel. Just for that alone. And for now, if I was going to rate this, scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to say 8.5. I'm going to say 8.5. It's a good, solid movie, and it's a fun watch. And again, and most importantly, it's not boring. So until next time, kiddos. Catch y'all on the Fright Zone. Later.